Hey everyone, it's Cynthia. Thank you for joining me at Including You Journals. I hope you're having a great day today. I'm not even going to tell you the weather because I am videotaping a little bit ahead of time. I want to be able to have some things created and ready for spring is already here. Yes, I'm actually videotaping back in late March, but I am, this will be a video for early April. I just am trying to get a little ahead because Easter's coming is all it is to it. And I hope everybody's doing well today, though. When you see this, I hope things are going your way and that you are able to choose joy and that you're having lots of strength. For the next couple of videos, I want to try my hand at some odd pages, or you may think they might be odd, for a journal. Since I first began looking at journals and junk journals, I thought the odder the paper I could find, the better I liked it. I loved it when people started showing player piano rolls and sheets of braille, even ledgers have been around for quite some time, and so have those others. But I mean, as they began to show themselves up on people's YouTube channels and people began creating with them, I've loved them. I love old book pages. I love Italian paper. I simply love it all. I love the old bags, the envelopes that we create out of, and I'm so grateful to all of the artists and creators in journal making in our community who share their creative ideas with us, because it helps inspire us, doesn't it? And we can think of other things that we can do. Well, I'm always looking for paper, old or new, something that's different. Because I'm a teacher, one of the things I love to use is the old card catalog cards, or even if you can find any remaining somewhere, those cards where when we were, those of us who are older, when we had to check out books by hand and we had to fill out our name, those cards in the backs of library books. I love that kind of thing, and Rolodex cards and tickets, and I just love it all. But today I'm using a sheet of parchment, and I'm not going to be decorating with this parchment or using it as a window or somehow on a card or whatnot. I'm going to use it in a journal as a page. So what I've done is I've simply taken a sheet of parchment paper and cut it in half and folded it in half, because this will fit into a journal that I am creating, and I wanted just a simple piece of that. And I have brought to the table with me from the Dollar Tree store here, Crafter's Square just rub-on transfers. These are, $1.25, and I have never used a transfer in journaling ever before, but I'm going to give it a try. I hope you'll come along with me. All right, let's see what we can do. So this says, enjoy every moment. I don't have anything to burnish a transfer from one paper to another. So no bone burnisher, bone folder. I don't even have, what it did say was that you could use like an old credit card, just something that would help, but I thought I could use these scissors, and I liked one edge better than the other. This is a pair of old chicken scissors from a chicken plant that was near my home in North Carolina. Someone gave me years ago, and because they're very slick metallic, I thought it might work. Well, I'm not getting any of that off. So I don't know if it's just, I don't know. There it goes. I'm not rubbing hard enough. Okay, maybe all of you were shouting rub harder, but the rubbing harder is working, so it is coming off, because I hadn't used that before. Maybe years ago I used it on something, but never on paper like this. I'm just having to be reminded, or if it is my first time, I'm just simply having to try to press harder. And so here we go. And enjoy, if I didn't read that, I'm sorry if I did read it, and I'm saying it again, but if I didn't read it, enjoy every moment. I had an aunt a few years ago who became sick with cancer. She was diagnosed with it, and she and her daughter and her daughter's daughter decided that they would choose joy, and that became a catchphrase for them. They chose joy. They chose to find joy in every moment of life that they had remaining together. And my aunt was a very joyful person. She was a very lovely lady, and I miss her dearly. And I know her daughter and her granddaughter miss her dearly. But I also know that they had some wonderful moments with their mom and grandmother. And I know that even during those last moments, they had great times of joy. And I would love for that to be part of something that I could think of the rest of my life as well. I want to choose joy. Okay, so just to let you know, I don't know what I'm doing. And this paper kind of slid a little bit. So maybe if you use painter's tape or something, just as a little word of advice, that might help you with what you're doing. But you can see there is a lovely little stamping effect there that says, enjoy every moment. I like it. It may not be perfect, but I like it. So one of the things that I'm going to choose to use is, I want some of this El Cid French paper that I found last weekend actually, in a bookstore. This is in French, and these pages are lovely. Look how brown that is. How wonderful that is. Wow, love it. And it feels so good to the touch. So I'm going to use that as part of my decoration. I'm going to utilize, what is this glue? Art glitter glue. Could I use a stick glue? Absolutely. If you've watched me at all, stick glues, I will say, tend to make your paper wet and it wrinkles more easily. That can also be straightened out by putting your paper later into a book to dry. It can also, if you use this, you can, the stick glue, I'm going to pull this down so I can see it. I want to make sure, I'm going to even turn it upside down. I need to make sure I'm getting this right at the edge. Sorry for those of you who are watching if that's a little odd. But the nice thing about the art glitter glue is that it dries faster. You just have to make sure that you get it in place the first time, because there really is very little room for error. And I'm just going to make sure that all of that, there's a little bit over the edge right here, so let me straighten that up just a little. Actually, it's from the other side. And I don't know if you can see me if I pulled it in close enough or not, but I'm just barely skimming the edge of that. And my scissors are not as sharp as they could be. Let me grab another pair. Now, isn't that pretty? Even just like that with nothing else. I did find a little Edith Holden that I thought, oh, might be beautiful. I think that is lovely. I'm going to try her out. You know, that Edith Holden paper is just gorgeous. Manila oldie colors. For those, if there's anyone here that is new to journaling and you're not familiar with who Edith Holden is, I will list how you can find some of her work on Amazon. She was an Edwardian lady, and she drew pictures and took field notes, and they have been printed and reprinted, and the pages are all this beautiful yellowy manila color there. I love that. I don't think I'm going to add anything to that at all. Now, when I open up my page, of course, I can see through here, but I don't think I want to destroy what I'm looking at. I think I want to use this just for journaling, and as well as this side here for journaling. And I believe I'm going to leave this back page, but I want to show you what this is going to look like in a signature in a journal. And this is one that I'm kind of working on at the moment. I've shown some other Edith Holden paper here. I believe this is a digital from Rachel at Roxy Creations. Sorry, I think I pulled it down too far. But you can see I have a page slid here. Then this is a page off of Pixabay, Pixabay. And then I have this one slid up. It's wonderful to, you can see how I've kind of done that. I didn't want this paper all the way up. Look at this staggering effect, 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to see that. And I didn't want to see the butterfly with the bird. But when I open up my paper, I'm seeing a butterfly on either page, but they're two entirely different pages. So what I had in mind is to slide this little piece of parchment paper right in here with that color paper. Let's see if I can do that. Now let's just kind of look at get an idea of what it might look like if it were in a journal, and I just am trying to make sure I'm in the center. So here we have a center, the beginning of a signature. Look how pretty that is. And the fact that that is parchment, and you can see the paper underneath there, I just think that's so pretty. And if I wanted to write on it, I think that would be gorgeous. Or it's also just in there for something to look at. Now I'm going to keep going through with these pages. You've seen them in another video if you've watched. But what I'm doing is I'm going back to that back page where I have the second half of that. Look at this. It's just plain parchment. Yes, I could decorate that. And if you want to do that, that would be awesome. But look how pretty it is just on its own right. And with the background of that lovely paper that I found, that collage together, I think that's really pretty that way. And so if you like that, that's something that you might want to try. But I just wanted to give you an idea today, and I really did want to try, instead of stamping, I wanted to try something new, so I tried a transfer. You decide for yourself if you like that or not. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll be back soon. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful week wherever you are, and I hope you're choosing joy, and I hope you're enjoying every moment. Bye.